Okay, here we are. It's a little windy today, so I'm gonna hide behind the chimney right here. The wind is ripping down this alleyway here, the street. And all right, roof isn't so steep. Pretty easy one to work on. Got a bunch of tar and stuff. The chimney is not leaking terrible, but you know, the flashing is been tarred up, and it doesn't look like the bends on it are so great in spots. Like, you know, this bend, well, that actually bend was probably pretty good, but it wore through. See that one? That's a good bend. Yeah, so just like normal, gonna pull back all these shingles, rip the lead off, ice and water shield, and get rid of this leak. Chimney that actually looks pretty decent. Got that strange metal top on here, but I guess we're gonna pop this off. It's not doing anything. I'm surprised the wind hasn't taken it off yet, but anyhow, yeah, here we go. Gonna rip this thing apart. Hey guys, it's so windy up here today, so the audio might not be the best quality, but anyhow, you can see where the big problem here is with this ice and water shield. Now that all the shingles are removed, you can see what happened here is, you know, it's not stuck to the brick, it's fallen apart. It's fallen off of it, I should say, and it's cut down on the corner here. So that's a problem. You know, they did a decent job holding it up in the front, but we got these holes in the brick which aren't good, we know that. And then here, it's sagged down and like ponding here. And the water can just get behind this too, so I'm gonna clean all this up. Gotta chip all this off and try to flatten it out, put some edge metal on, because see how it sags in here because the framing is so far back. Well, that edge metal will span and hold this stuff up when I'm done with it. Okay, I'm just getting ready to put my edge metal on. I got everything kind of chipped off and ground down a little flatter here. Before I put the edge metal on, I'm just gonna go around and just patch up some of these holes here. They're more like just cracks and crevices, and I'm just gonna do that with the clear silicone. I'll put my edge metal on, and you can see that there's quite the gap around this chimney, you know. So this edge metal is gonna help me so that ice and water shield won't sag into this hole. It's probably gonna stabilize the chimney some too, since this chimney is so tall, and it's just a pencil chimney, you know. It's tiny, but you can actually walk it. A pencil chimney this high, and back when this was built, it wouldn't have had fire stops through each floor, so it's just like one single stack the whole way that's unsupported, and you can watch the chimney. Let me see if we can do it this way. You see that chimney just, if I can get a good angle on it, maybe you'll see it, but there you go, that's a pretty good angle. You see that chimney, it just wobbles back and forth. That's pretty typical of a pencil chimney that's built this tall. They all kind of do that. Let's just support it along the way. So my edge metal is going to be, you know, holding this brick all around. It'll be nailed into the framing, so the edge metal goes beyond. I'll nail it into the framing. It will help kind of steady this chimney up too. That way, when the wind hits it hard, it won't. That other lead kind of got warped up over the years from this thing moving back and forth. So that edge metal will hold it a little bit. Okay, this is a quick look at the ice and water shield all done. I'm just getting ready to cut out. I've got everything marked out where I'm going to cut. It's Sharpie. Yep. So I'm going to cut this out, and then I'm going to run down, got all my dimensions for my lead to cut on the ground, bring it back up here, start getting the lead in. Now I've got my shingles back on here, and now I can start working on putting my lead on. You can't really do the lead until you get the shingles back up to the chimney. Okay, that's a wrap. All cleaned up, got everything off the roof. This is the final look. Good enough.